Taylor's bragging that he's on time today, but I'm totally not. I'm totally like 15 minutes late. Anyways, welcome back. I just got home, and that's why. How's everyone doing? There's no music. Hang on. I need the music. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. How's everybody doing? So on the last episode, just a quick catch up, we got the Mike Dyson setup. It's not actually called the Mike Dyson. I'm joking. It's just an inside joke to myself. Dyson swarm is what I mean. But we got this guy set up, and I let the swarms finish crafting overnight. I'm looking for something scanner, and so if I check here, they did finish crafting. We have a lot of modules. Current output 337 billion, so we're maxed right now. And if I check for the Dyson swarm stuff, we do have 10,000 just hanging out in storage. So one thing I've realized is that there's technically we have 20,000 available. So there's 10,000 in storage, right? But this also consumes them. So that pretty much means that I've made more than we actually need, and that's fine. But if I check my power, we have 3 point whatever times 10 to the 11th power. That's 300 billion. And we have basically tripled the power, like our big buffer. And that's pretty good. That's super good. And let me check our angelic cryotheum. If I wanted to craft 20 billion, we totally can. We have a lot of cryotheum dust. So we're pretty good. You just came in from the outside, replaced my window regulator. I got you. I came back from a walk. The weather's finally getting warmer. It was like in the 70s today, which for me is like perfect for a walk. So I went out, took a walk, came back, ate some country food at this restaurant that's close by home. It's a pretty good day. I didn't realize that we had such big cliffs near my place, like where I live. There's actually a lot of cliffs. That Purgatory Trail, I keep talking about it. There's a lot of cliffs. Or like one sheer cliff, and it was just wild. And seeing how far up I was. I don't know if you guys ever gotten that sensation of being so high up. It's weird. I'm not scared of heights or anything, but it's just a weird feeling to be so high up there. Anyways, so the objective for today, I do want to work on better parallelizing. And so this is kind of what I came up with for the circuit ass lines. I'm calling this circuit assembly the long way. And it's going to be a 2x2. So this is 4 assembly lines washer together. And they're separated. So this is 4, 8 of them in total. And I can do something fancy with the wireless connectors over here. You know, put them all in the middle like this, change them to different colors, and they can actually share the channels between them. Same thing with the fluid and the output. And I'm pretty much just going to do this for all of our circuit assembly, and I can even do the same for any of the other assembly lines. Like this one I want to increase or improve for up tiering, and then the bulk crafter, this especially, this is really slow. Yeah, it's only crafting one optical circuit at a time, and I need to speed that up. So that's pretty much the main objective. I did try to make progress towards the Compact Mark V, but it didn't really finish. Optical supercomputers are not crafting very fast. We do have everything for them, but that's it looks like after circuit assembly we have to update these guys as well. And that's the next step. I'll just cancel that. So to prepare for the episode, I did craft like 100 UEV energy hatches, wireless ones. A whole bunch of proxies just in case I need them. Never mind, I forgot the proxies. It's fine. We're not really going to use proxies right now. But it's mostly the energy hatches that are the expensive stuff. Everything else is not that bad. But that's pretty much the objective today. Get this going. And to start off with, I do need to set up like a controller network. So we have this. So this is already okay. But the controllers are probably going to have a lot of channels. So I'm going to future-proof it and make like a tall setup here. But I guess I'll show you what I'm talking about. So how many controllers am I going to need? Depends on how many colors I'm going to have. Light gray, yeah. We're going to have, how many colors here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different colors. So I need at least eight of these. I have enough. And a bunch of controllers. Anybody know how many controllers is like a single tall, or how far they can go? For example, I think it's like that, right? I'm not going to make a big cube. It's just going to be a straight line of controllers. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but I guess we'll give it a try. So here's the idea. I want a controller right here. First of all, I put the first wireless hub on the bottom. Controller. And then I'll just pile up with the other controllers, like the regular ones. Like that. Right. And then all this is going to be a bunch of hubs connected like that, which connects to like everything else. So this is technically going to be a fully wireless setup. And then this is going to be for one color. And then I duplicate it to get the other colors and so on. I'm going to expand it a little bit. So for example, the first one is going to have the connectors like that. And I don't really know how far it can go. Okay, that's as far as it'll go. So if I ever need to add more channels, I just keep adding them like that. This is not going to connect. That's the whole point. So I need to be able to space them out so that they don't actually connect to each other. So the next one is going to be not there, right here. And so on. Pretty simple setup, I think, but oops. We'll see how far this is going to go. If I end up needing more channels, then that's fine, because we're just going to have to do that. But I think this is going to be pretty good for now. Go ahead and copy. But yeah, that's pretty much the main goal for today. I really need the circuit assembly lines to speed up, as well as the regular assembly lines. And once I get this going, I am going to do the same for those. And another thing to think about is I'm actually considering putting all of the circuit ASLine recipes into one group. But I do have to do like a blocking mode so that nothing else happens. I think that'll just simplify this process so I can do this for all of them. We'll try that out. If it doesn't work out, then I just have to duplicate this whole thing with anything else that I want to add. And we'll start off with that. Yeah, okay. So we'll do mark copy, mark paste, transform, reset. So you're doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah. And then the colors are just going to be ordered from top down, except for the last one. Last one is going to be white because that's I'm using white as our storage bus. So the only purpose that white is going to do is push all the items from the output buses from these guys, and they're going to be shared between each machine. And I also like doing it like this so that it's easier to plan how many in each row of machines I can add. And so if we have per group is going to be 4 different ones. I have a call. Now, give me a second. I have to take this. I ordered Chili's yesterday, right? So you know I'm from the South when I order fast food, thinking it's a normal day, and then I go outside to my car to go pick it up, and my car's frozen. I didn't even think that my car being frozen. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My brother was calling. Okay, what was I saying? Something about sharing connectors. Yeah. So doing it this way, I should be able to share connectors between the groups of ASS lines. And for example, I should be able to put 16 of these groups. So this is one group, right? And then I would space them out by one, add another group, and so on. And I should be able to add 16 of these groups. It's going to be pretty nice. And this also means it's going to be very modular or copy pastable. That's the other important thing. There's no wire sticking out of here. It's just going to be blocks. And it's going to be very easy to copy paste. It's going to help out so much. Yeah, okay. So here are the colors. There's white, and then we go from red down. Like that. And I just have to copy all of the connectors here. So we go from like that. I really like the queuing mode. It's pretty cool. I just have to make sure I do it the right order, right? Because I started from red, ended up at white, and I just have to follow that same order. And it connects everything in the queue, depending on whatever queue I had. And there we go. Nothing on the queue. That works out. And then I can take this guy out because you're now powered. No need for that. And this is going to be... don't change that, no. Yeah, because this is its own subnet. The amount of subnets we have for this setup is kind of funny, though. If I really wanted this to look neat, I would put this to the side or something, but no, that's fine. And then just for consistency's sake, I should be able to do the whole bordering thing that I like to do. So keep in mind, this is going to stick out by one block at most. pretty nice and neat. So the ones on the bottom, their only purpose is to connect to these guys. That's it. And if I want to like make sure that I have this expandable, so that I expand it to an exact amount of to 16 blocks. In other words, I'm gonna add a new connector hub to each one. It's gonna be a lot of wireless connectors, so I'm gonna craft a whole ton of these guys, and we'll go from there. So next step, I do want to copy this setup. I kind of just put it here because I wanted it to. This was really just a play test to see if they all built, and it looks like they are, so I can go ahead and move it to where it is supposed to be. We'll do it from this side. The other thing that I want to do for this, circuit assembly lines are a little weird with copy paste because they have extra data on them. So if I look up a circuit ASC line, for example, this one, there's 5 optical processors, right? This one is crystal assembly. And they don't play well with copy paste, or like, yeah, they don't really play well with copy paste. But you can totally craft these with the circuit imprint. So I'm going to add recipes for everything that I need, because I'm going to do this a lot, pretty sure. Yeah, we'll get that going. Put this guy right there. And there we go. Copy exchanging. Go ahead and do like that. And there we go. Now, whether or not this works, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it does, because we saw that from yesterday. We were play testing it around a little bit, so we should be fine. So one of the first ASC lines I want to craft is the wetwares. So I think this is the one that I want. Wetware. Yeah, we're trying to craft wetware processors, so I want to imprint it with that one, which means I need a bunch of recipes here. And this way it should be a lot easier to copy paste everything now, instead of having to like manually put all the different recipes. So I'm going to start off with 32. Should I do 32 or 16? Should I just commit to it and do I should just commit to it. You're doing 32. Enough for a full full controller, I think. Or is it 64? Hang on, let me do the math here. So 2 channels will support, it's 1-to-1, the number of channels, right? I'm basically talking about these connector hubs. It's 1-to-1, so 32. I want 32 of you. And then I need to make the correct imprint. And I need to make the wetware processor, this guy. $32 of you. And then this one, I need to make a circuit slicer. So I'm going to get a cutting factory, and I think we have the OGU guys over here. This is decommissioned, so I'm just going to tear it apart. And I'll set up a cutting factory just for the circuit slicing. That's not connected, right? Yeah, I ripped it apart. come back. I'll clean this up later. If I ever remember about it, I probably won't. Okay. Go ahead and set up a cutting factory, like somewhere. It can be anywhere. GT no hatch, glass. Yeah. Okay. This guy can pretty much be anywhere. Also, since we have the plasma mixer, I can actually decommission these machines for more space, and I'm probably gonna do that. I'll put the crafting guy right somewhere. It honestly doesn't even matter where I put this guy. And the other cool thing is that now that I have access to wireless hatches, I can literally put this guy anywhere I feel like. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put that here. It's gonna be so cool. It's so cool. Put it right there, and then cutting factory. Okay. And you need a maintenance hatch. Where's Bankatraz? I don't know. I don't know. He seems to be like he's a free spirit. He comes and goes. Are you committing to the loan? Is it that time? So I'm just gonna give this an energy hatch. I'm not sure a good spot to put energy hatches. I'm just gonna put it wherever, honestly. Right there probably works. And then I want this to be on slicing mode. And then you can have the crafting buffer. And you also need an output bus. Just use this one, sure. Doesn't matter. Knife. Cutting machine. Slice. And then you can have that guy connected to a black cable. And double check if I have enough.
Drink up.
Channels. I totally have enough channels. Hey, Ali, I got you. Thanks. Okay. Okay. So we have cutting machine slice, and then output bus. And then you have a wireless energy hatch. And there you go. Nice. All right. So I can make the slice circuit with the wetware processor. Like that. And there you go. So if I want to make 32 of you, the one with wetware processors, 32. Yeah, you should be able to now. Nice. But we have so much like excess power now because of the Dyson Swarm. I should not be afraid of like spending it. I need to expand things. It's about that time. I feel like with the Dyson Swarm, with a lot of power, I feel like we're gonna snowball. Just this number here, 8.16. That's like almost triple the amount of buffered power that we had before. Plus the UEV capacitor is just keeping us stocked up. Pretty nice stuff. So my intention here is to set up all of these, and get all of these over there, and then decommission this. Because the other thing to think about is that this is also very wasteful in the number of channels we need. Like this is using almost 20 times 4 channels, 80 channels. You don't really need that many channels. This new setup over here, it's going to be heavily spammed and it's only going to use 2 channels. That's it. Yeah. So crafting circuit ass lines and then they're going to get imprinted. Yeah. And that'll be the first group of ass lines that we do. And then I just increase it to the next tier. And that's a problem. Why aren't you crafting? It might not like it. Oh, you might not like it. Hang on. That should be fine actually. Does it really not work with the... Did it even craft the correct wetware circuit slices? Hang on, let me check here. I don't know where they went. Maybe they didn't craft correctly. This guy. Wetware processor. Does that not work? I mean, it works, but I guess it didn't. Can't craft them together, maybe? Okay, so it's not a crafting recipe. Got you. So it looks like I'm still have to do it manually. Oh, man. How about this? Unless it works with copy paste, if it has the circuit. Let me take off the recipe here. So this is not going to work. But all the intermediate steps, yes. So what happens if I imprint it? Do I have to build the machine first? The machine may have to get built first. Let me see here. So if I break this guy, then put this guy down, and then rotate it correctly. And then put that guy. Oh, you have to craft it. Okay, that's right. So I made the wrong thing. I'm looking for circuit imprint. Yeah, I'm not looking for these guys. So am I sure this doesn't work? No, it works. I should be able to craft them. So what is the crafting? Does the crafting recipe not work then? You have wetware processor and a regular ass line machine. Okay, it may not just not work in the molecular assembler over there. But it should work in hand. Now here's the other question. Does it work if I copy paste and it has a circuit? Like the right kind of circuits inside the storage. For example, that's a wet word processor, right? That's also a wet word processor. I don't have to mess with you. So these guys should turn into wetwares. I'm going to get rid of these because they're annoying. Opticals, keep the opticals. I do use those. I will use those. But these guys, get out of here. You're annoying. Yes, I'm trashing entire ass line controllers. They're LUV components, or they're dirt cheap at this point. Okay, so is it able to be smart and, or let me see, copy and paste here. Are you able to actually put the correct controller? I'm curious, so I'm just gonna put it over here. So I shouldn't have any of the wet word processors, but if I paste it, yeah, it doesn't. Okay, so I guess I still have to do it manually. It's a little unfortunate. Actually, it's not even that bad. I just have to craft them together. I had to do this part manually. Like that, right? And then if I paste it, there we go. That works. Okay, that's not too bad. Put that there, put that there. And there we go. We have these guys, and now I have enough to spam 32 of them. But before I connect anything, I do want to set up the wireless connectors next. And do a little test run to make sure that it actually works. There's going to be a lot of coloring here. So one thing I have to watch out for is that the red one is for my liquid, my fluids. Like that. Do one step at a time. Yeah, one step at a time. So starting from here, the one. What color is this going to be again? Green, right? No. It's going to be light gray. Light gray, because remember, we're going top down. And then cyan. This one is going to be light gray as well. Then cyan. Purple. Oh, you know what I need to do next? Yeah, I just have to do something else. Watch this, watch this. Something that I forgot to do. I have to set all of these to pool from ME. And then we'll go ahead and copy paste. And that also includes the fluid ones. Mark copy. So you should all have auto pull from ME. Okay. And then do the same thing for these guys up here. Mark copy. Do the same thing for those guys on the other side as well. It's going to get a little cramped in here. All right, and then double check that they're all auto pull from ME enabled, all of them. If even a single one is not enabled correctly, that's going to break everything. Well, not really. It just means that those machines are not going to run. That's fine. Okay, now I put the wireless connector. So the first ones are going to be the red ones. Like that. And they have to be different colored so that they don't connect to each other. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one is going to be white. And this one is going to be starting at green. Oh, come on. Now it's light gray. All right, yeah. And then same thing over here. Then it's green. And right there, light gray. Okay, it's starting to look a little cursed, right? A bunch of wireless connections all over the place. Oh yeah, I'm all for it. Then we go all the way up like that. And then same thing, we start from green. Like that. And over here, start from green. Just like that. Okay. So that's pretty much what it's going to look like after I connect everything. That's when I'll start coloring in all the stuff here. Okay, and also what I should do is go ahead and color the same things here. I don't know if that actually does anything, but I'm going to do it anyways because it's going to look cool. Need more hubs. Yeah, okay, just making sure. Okay, so that should be all connected to each other. The next step is to actually get them going. So I'm going to do a queuing mode here. And we go inside here. Yeah. We're going to start from top down, which is going to be red. Get me out of here. So red from green all the way down. So there's going to be 4 of each. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then browns. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then blues. 1, 2, 3, 4. Purples. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cyans. 1, 2, 3, 4, light grays, 2, 3, 4, and then the whites. Just 2 of those. 1, 2. Okay, so there's like a million different things here. And then go ahead and start binding them. Binding mode activated. So how many reds are there? There's 2 reds. 1. What do you mean channels 2? 2. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay, yeah, 4 channels. That's right. And this one is 4 of them. Today, Burning learns how to count to 4. It's pretty tricky. 1, 2, 3, 4. Assuming I did this correctly. And then browns. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2. 1, 2. That's it. There's nothing in the queue. That worked out. I'm assuming everything's connected. If I messed up anywhere, then one of these then the controllers are gonna die, because that's just how it is. If you connect them together, it breaks your whole network. But I believe everything is connected. If I check here, there's that one's connected there, there as well. Same one, and so on. Confirm here, they're also connected to storage. So what happens if I actually try to craft a wetware processor? Let me take the recipe out here. Don't want that there anymore. So this one I wanted to do this recipe here. Yeah. And go ahead and make like a butt ton of them, like 1024, sure. Now what happens if I actually attempt to craft that many? Before I do that, let me make sure that they're all powered on. We're gonna do batch mode on. And then before I forget, that's the wrong one. That's not where you go. You go over here. Right there. And let me rename this to I'm circuit ass lining it. that's just a normal trend at this point. Before I forget, let's also give this a blocking card. Right there. And then this one is blocking mode. And then allow insert same recipe. Hey, Extreme. Today's episode is I'm circuit ass lining it. Look at my monstrosity of a setup that I'm trying to duplicate over and over again. It's taking advantage of wireless connectors. It's super compact. Can even go inside here. Oh yeah, full wireless. It's gonna be copy pastable to the extreme. Does it work? I have no idea. We're gonna try it out right now. Let me drink water actually. For there, jolly good fella. Hello, Cat's Cozy Game. You're about to see me break literally everything. You joined at the right time. So a quick follow-up. Thanks for the raid, by the way. How you guys doing? How did it go for your episode? But a quick follow-up. What I was doing is I'm trying to figure out a way to make super spammable circuit ass lines the long way. These are 4x4s or 2x2s and shared like that, and they share their wireless connectors, which connects to all of those, which connects to here for the bulk crafting. Whether or not it works, I got no idea. I'm actually gonna craft my first batch. Yes, they're advanced. It would be really unfortunate if it wasn't advanced, but I double checked. You can share energy hatches. But I'm a little nervous about that. Um, I don't really know how the wall sharing works. I'm scared, so I'm gonna keep it. I try not to wall share energy hatches, but I totally could. But we have like 100 of them crafted ahead of time just in case. I didn't think about that honestly. I can probably make it cheaper if I somehow get to the point where I can make the multi-amp hatches like the big ones, but these are a little expensive. I don't have Shurabon yet. Yeah, that's fine though. Yeah, it's the circuit assembly the long way. So my idea with this, I'm trying to make a super compact thing that I can copy paste very easily. The cool thing about this setup is that there's like no wires. It's just wireless connectors. Hopefully I don't have to do this whole thing. That's gonna put a little bit like that's gonna make things weird if I have to like use my wireless setup kit. But that's fine. That's way better than having cables everywhere. Yeah, we have 4 of them. It's not nearly enough. I would love to get more at some point, but I'm not really focused on that right now. So whether or not it works, I have no idea. Here's hoping. Give me like 10,000. We're filthy rich at this point. I guess while that's getting prepped up, what it did yesterday. We got our first Mike Dyson chicken nugget over here. And it's so good, man. It's giving us more power than I know what to do with. It's getting sent into this Lapotron capacitor with the UHV guy, and this guy's only purpose is dumping it into wireless. It's so good. But that guy's just chilling there. And I'm trying to take that much advantage. Yeah. So I'm trying to do that. This is now decommissioned because we have the plasma mixer. So I'll probably tear this down at some point and shove more assembly lines in there. How much power did you have before? I can even show you right here that they're producing right now 30 billion. So we just 10x their power just like that. It's pretty nice. 10x the power means 10x the machines. I know I feel like once I get the Dyson Swarm, things are gonna snowball. All right, this is where I discovered different bottlenecks. The beamline is a little slow. I have to upgrade this as well. Beamline is actually very much out of date. I updated it to like I set it up at the bare minimum. I haven't even paid attention to this honestly. Yeah, we'll get there at some point. And so my main objective right now is to improve fusion because our fusion reactors are ass. So I'm trying to craft the Compact 5, but I kind of like realize that my circuit crafting is also kind of cringe. So this is the kind of like the side quest that I'm doing. So it looks like it's working actually. No, it's not. I put the wrong circuits. Okay, but it totally does work if it has the right circuit number, which is pretty nice actually. So let me get the right these guys. So that's wrong. That's wrong. We're trying to make wetware processor. That's wrong. So far so good. It's working. Like that. Yes, I can never tell when they're like getting rotated like that. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's working. This guy. I think I have to flip you. Or no. Okay. Yeah. Check it out. It's working. So now all I need to do is if I want to like, if I'm like impatient, I want more wetwares, which absolutely I do. Just keep duping this. Do this whole setup and copy paste it. which is literally what I'm gonna do next. And I don't care. I'll trash these guys. 'Cause I'm not doing anything here. Get out of here. You're annoying. You keep clogging up my system. Let me drink some water here. But yeah, as soon as I do have to give Extreme a lot of credit because as soon as he told me about they gave me the whole idea here with the mixers and saving channels. I've been like doing the same principles everywhere else, and this is essentially a copy of that, except I'm using like subnets like crazy, and it's very copy pastable, which I love. So let's say I want to copy paste it. How atrocious is it if I copy paste? Actually, copy paste from the bottom. Mark copy. So I can also get the border block. Sorry, I can't see. I can't see. Just in case, I'm gonna plan it because I don't really know what I have in storage. Okay, yeah, beamline is cringe. How do I upgrade it? You're slow. I think it's like all I have to do is upgrade this, right? The shielded whatever. Oh, laser power. True. That's all I would have to do, right? Do I have to give lasers to all of the energy hatches? Or does it need more than one energy hatch? That's the thing. That's my other question. I'm sinking it. Every hatch, they all have to receive power. Okay. Do they have to receive the same amount of power? Like, what's stopping me from putting a simple wireless hatch and then dumping all the laser into one of them? Oh, single wireless hatches. I don't know if I said that. Yeah, I ain't reading all that. We'll come back to it, but yeah, it's definitely a bottleneck. I tried that in PowerFill. Okay, okay. As long as someone else tried it, then I'll listen to that. It's totally working nice. It makes noise since when? I didn't realize it made noise. Okay. Okay, cool. Why do I have 3 synchrotrons? What the heck? Did I make too many controllers by accident? You don't need more than that. I guess we're gonna spend the time to like upgrade this because it's time. You're saying laser power is what I want to do to give all of them. How the heck am I gonna do that? I mean, it's possible, but it's gonna be a little cringe. Oh, you're right. So I'll probably just spam whatever synchrotron is giving me issues. Right now, it's a living crystal chip, which is the first one over here, I think. This man. Yeah, this is the cheap. Yeah, this guy's the bottleneck. Okay, so I'll probably just upgrade the hell out of this guy. So I need to bring laser power over here. So here's the other question. Is it more reasonable to just upgrade my entire backbone or set up like dedicated supercapacitors wherever I need laser power? Because I don't want to upgrade my backbone. It's a lot of wires. A lot of power also. So what's like the more recommended thing to do? And dedicated LSCs once they're cheap. They're not cheap right now, but dedicated would be good. All right. Yeah. So for example, if I wanted to craft another UEV capacitor, you know, just crafting one of these takes me an entire day. Oh, I can do it though, but it takes me an entire day to do it. That's how slow this is. So, okay, good to know. Good to know. I'll tell you what, just for now, I'm going to upgrade them to 64 amps. And overnight, I'm going to craft another UIV capacitor. I keep saying UEV capacitor. So I'm just going to do this for now because I don't want to deal with upgrading the backbone. And I feel like if I really spam lasers on there, like really big lasers, I'm going to delete the rest of my base's power. I don't want that. Now I can also use UIV. If I use a UIV, does it affect anything? Do I have to upgrade like glass or something? Or like what kind of coolant it gets? So why don't I upgrade the actual target chamber? What does this do? Why wouldn't I upgrade this? Okay, I see what it is. It's determined by the beam rate. That's why. Okay. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna make the dynamo hatches over here. We're gonna use 64 amps of UEV first, and then I'm gonna craft a UEV capacitor overnight. And that's kind of the trend. What I'm gonna do if I need tons of laser power, just craft this off camera. The less active transformers you use, it's going to be cheaper on the number of lasers, but the trade-off is more laser cable spaghetti. That's what that, yeah. Yeah, because, yeah, it's a lot of spaghetti doing this, and I think I just want to commit to super capacitors next. So I'll craft this off camera. And for now, just for now, this is already like 64 times what we have there. So I would say that's an improvement already. And it's not that bad of a bottleneck either. Excuse me. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. The plan. Oh, that's ready. If I look at the plan, if I also look at this, each group of, so this is technically what, eight different circuit ass lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And it's 1-to-1 with how many channels they use. Meaning, the other cool thing about this setup is that it's organized so that I can do groups of 4 of these groups. So 32 machines, in other words, per face of controller. So I'm going to do that. 4 groups total. I just need to make 2 more groups. I just finished crafting 1. Yeah, we want these wetware processors. This is one of the major bottlenecks I have. And then I'll just do the same for the other groups of circuits. The circuit assembly the long way. Have you guys seen that meme? The one I really like is like, it's a peanut butter and jelly the long way. It's like one of my favorite memes I like to look at. It's so funny. It's just a sandwich, but you expect bread to be like that, right? No, it's like this. And then you have the peanut butter and jelly right there. And then they just kept stacking them on top of each other. I love that meme. It's funny. Oh, another thing that I did off camera, I did get a couple of proxies and I upgraded the blast furnace here so that it now uses proxies and it's a little bit faster now because it doesn't have to think like, oh, do I put all the stuff here or all the stuff over there? And I've noticed it does that sometimes. I don't know why. Even though we have the same patterns, it'll just dump all of them in one. But no. Proxies is going to help us out with that. All right, let's do it. Copy, mark, paste. So what happens if I paste it here? So one thing I'm curious about, how does it deal with the wireless connectors? Is it automatically going to try to connect them to the same spot like last time? No idea. It does not connect. Oh, it's a loud one. It does not connect them. So, in other words, we have to connect all of this manually. Okay, imagine not having the wireless setup kit for this. We're going to do this methodically. We have to start at red. There's a pattern to this. We start at the 2 reds. And then we go outside. We do the greens. There's 4 greens. And it's based on this, basically. I just start from left to right. And there's an order to it based on the spray can. It goes down that order. So, and then I would do 4 greens. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the browns. 1, 2. And yes, this is me learning how to count to 4, 3, 4. And then blues. 1, 2. Try not to get distracted. Because if I mess it up, I have to start all over. Purples. 2, 3. Did I add it? 4. 157. I don't know if I added it, guys. hang on. I've done 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I did. Cyan next. There's one over here. I know if it messes up. It's very easy to tell if I messed up any of the connections. How can you tell? If any pair of these break whenever you actually start connecting stuff. Because one mistake is going to cause them to connect to multiple controllers and break everything. And the white one is next. White one only has 2. And then binding mode. So 2. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double check. Just 2 left. 1, 2. There we go. And that's it. So now we have 16 of these dudes. Nice. Oh yeah, we're really crafting it now. And they're all doing wetware processor, right? Yeah. So here's a question. If I put any other pattern here, I think it'll still work. Obviously, these are not gonna, see any use, right? The ones that it actually does work for, they will see use. I don't think there's gonna be any conflicts really, but I do have to make sure that this is on blocking mode though. So blocking card and smart blocking. I'm really curious if that's gonna work out. Okay, honestly, that was pretty quick. That was 10,000 LUV circuits. That's pretty good, actually. I like that. All right, next up, let's get the 64 amp dudes. And Let's power up the beam line. So how am I powering this? It looks like they're all sharing power. So all I really need to do is just add the power here. $64 times 8 is what? $500 million. That's fine. Okay. I think we're okay. Yeah, so all I need to do is add 4 of these dudes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, yeah. Okay. So now I know I have 64 amps. I can add the equivalent to that first synchrotron, because that's like the main bottleneck right now. You know, just use a exchange guy. But this is just temporary for like right now. I would like to craft another UEV capacitor. Well, actually, I can probably get away with that. Just commit to it. Another UEV capacitor to dump the power, laser power into these guys. So I don't have that many active transformer spam. I mean, another option is to just use UHV capacitors. How bad is that though? I guess we'll try it with this first. Okay, so I got a lot of you. So let's say I want to craft the living crystal chips. These are the slow ones. Okay, is it even working? Yeah, it's using 2 billion. Oh yeah, we got one tick crafting. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Is it 1 tick crafting only because it's doing 4 at a time? Do I have to increase the amount of stuff it gets? Or how do I increase parallels? Or is there really no way to increase parallels on this? I don't want to build more beam lines though. Oh yeah, it can process up to 1 mask durability per game tick. So is this how fast it can go? Is that all the power I need for it though? It's actually pretty quick. Well, it's a lot faster than before, so I'm okay with that. I'll just leave it like that. All right. And let's continue with this. So my plan is to pretty much use an entire face. Yeah, 16. So we have 16 of these guys. My plan is to use an entire controller face for one circuit type. And if I need more, we just add another controller phase. So right now we have 16 channels. So I can do the setup twice more. And I totally intend to do that. We just copy paste like that. Oh yeah. And then planet. Do it. And drink some water while this finishes up. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like how this looks. It's gonna look like a whole city over here. Maybe I do want to increase or like improve these guys, but where am I crafting that? Am I crafting them in the up tier? I actually can't tell. Where am I crafting you? Highlight doesn't work sometimes. It's annoying. Did you get broke already? Hang on. Something might have broken. What's going on here? Oh, it's just crafting so fast I don't even notice it. Get out of my inventory. Yeah, I think I want to take a look at the bulk assembly. I also want to get away from this because that's kind of weird. But it's not the focus for today. Focus for today is circuit ass line spam. I'm only gonna do well. Yeah, I think what I'm just gonna do is get all of them over here, all of these guys. So I'm gonna set up like the 16 whatever, like the full 32 for LUV and up circuits, including the bio and opticals for UV, and then all the other ones just one like. Probably you only really need one assembly line, I think. So maybe like one group of this for all the others. Okay. There's so many of you. All right. And then we go ahead and queue them. So what I'm going to do is connect all the reds together. This time there's going to be double, keep in mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that, right? And then we keep going. So next one is green. There's 16 of them. Oh, that's a lot of counting, actually. No, there's 8 of them. Sorry, there's 8. Should I just do one at a time? I'm going to do one at a time so I don't break anything. So this one is going to be 4 connections. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we do the greens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's the full 32 channels for 32 different machines. And then brown, 1, 2. It's going to be a lot of counting here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm curious if anyone has other ideas of maybe ways to speed this up. I think a memory card would work, actually. Some kind of wireless connecting whatever. So like a super advanced version of this. Not sure. That's fine. I mean, it's not that bad. It's just a little patient, a test of patience. And I think I've shown that I have a good amount of patience, so I'm chill with it. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that. Then we keep going. Make sure there's nothing on the queue. Next step is purple. Purple. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Next is cyan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I didn't do the... Okay, top down. My bad. 1, 2, 3. It's very easy to mess this up. And I probably did already. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're fine. Next up is light gray. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That connects to light gray, which is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And then the last one is white. 1, 2, 3. There's only 4 of these. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Now we have 32 wet wares. Pretty nice stuff, I think. And now if I want to duplicate the setup, I just have to copy paste the entire thing. But I also have to set up different circuits. So for example, the next one I want to do is, and don't put away that bookmark so I don't forget, the ZPM ones, which is what, the BioWare processors, right? Yeah, I'm going to need a lot of these ZPM circuits as well. So I want to do the same thing here, but I have to set up the crafting of circuit ass lines. So if I just look at the circuit imprint, right? Yeah. So what's it called? BioWare, right? BioWare processor. BioWare processor. This is the one I want. Excuse me. Okay, so sliced BioWare assembly. Is it this one? BioWare processor. No, this one. This one, yeah. That's a molecular assembler craft. So I would like circuit imprint. I need 32 of you. Don't have Perseolite. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get that. BioWare assembly. That's you. And cutting machine. Slice. Alright, and then Perseolite. Do I really not have any Perseolite? How do I get this? Bartworks ores. I thought I had a miner there. I guess not. Probably gonna need to set one up out there. Yeah, I could have sworn I had a miner. It probably shut down a long time ago and I just haven't realized it. I don't have access to Deep Dark, but I know I have stuff at Ross 128. It's a BA? Yeah, Ross 128 BA. I guess I didn't. It's not too bad. I could have sworn I had one. Where are my void miners? It's a fluid drilling rig. Drill offline. That guy's not even powered. Oh, I guess I didn't. Okay, I guess we're gonna make a void miner. Oh, you're out of the quadri ingots. I know. The buffer's being all weird again. Oh no, I have to put the toolbox in there. Get over here. Kinda need you. The void miner needs what? Bunch of stuff. You, and you. Rebolted whatever. I need 32. Bolted iridium casings. I need just craft 30. I don't want to do the math. Just make a bunch. Black plutonium, 8 of you. So all while that's going, I do want to start taking a look at crafting storages. This looks bad, but no, it's not really that bad. So I would like to set this up. So let's go. Get to work on this. Because we're getting to the point where a lot of my big crafts, if I want to make more than one big craft, I need more crafting storages than this. It's a little funny setup, but it's gotten us this far. But I recognize it's time to expand it. No. Did I break the other one? No, I didn't. I don't know how I have two. It's worth it to get the Singularity Chaos storages. What is that? Chaos Cookie? Oh, crafting storages. Yeah, I figured. So that's probably what I'll end up doing as well. Oh, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I'm trying to set up that recipe for this. Or unless you're talking about something else. Singularity crafting storage, it takes chaos shards. Is it because of the stabilizer? Oh, okay. How do you get this? How the heck? Oh, it's one of those like, oh yeah, it just keeps doing all sorts of things. How do you get this? Oh, don't tell me I have to make a reactor. Ew. Or set up the draconic reactor. Okay, so there's not really an easy way to do this. Why is the sundial super expensive like that? What the heck? What does that even mean? I have never done a reactor ever, and I feel like I'm just gonna blow it up. All right, we'll come back to that though. I'm just slowly setting up the recipes here. But there's no way we're gonna be able to do that anytime soon. It's like that, right? Yeah. Okay. Always active. All right, so keep it like that. And then set up the recipe here. Okay. And I'll just come back to this later, but do want to get this at some point. All right. So what I'm really trying to work on right now are the circuit ass lines. Try to expand them. The void miner did finish. So let's go to Ross. What are you doing? You're doing saltwater. So at some point I should get this set up so that it does like on the fluid pump instead. Right? Yeah, I'll leave it like that for now. Okay. Okay, I totally did have a mining drill here. I think I stole it and put it somewhere else. That's why that's there. That's funny. That always happens. Something got used for research. That's probably what happened also. Yeah. Okay. Can you really not get Perseus, whatever that is, from regular mining? Or from the space elevator? That's cringe. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can get every single thing from Deep Dark if you can craft UIV field generator. That's another option, right? Let's try that actually. Let's see how absurdly expensive it is. So is that the meta, just to get to the Deep Dark and spam void miners instead of space elevators? So I don't have to worry about any space elevator shenanigans. But I have to set up tons of void miners, right? I'd rather do that. All right, let's do it. Yeah, that's set up field generators. That is one of the next quests, actually. Yeah, we're up to here already. So let's try it. It'll probably be a little bit before I actually can craft it, but we'll get there. I don't remember if I researched it because I have a pattern for it. Hang on. If there's a pattern for it, it usually means it's researched. Yeah, I do have it. All right. So the deep dark here, how much do I need? You have to make the portal, right? It's not even that bad, honestly. Maybe the field generators are atrocious, but how bad is that? Honestly, not too bad. Transcendent Metal might take a while, but we have 4 Mega Blast Furnaces running. Should be fine. Okay, but I do have to set up this guy next, which is also going to be a little pricey. Heavy duty plate tier 8. We have 5 or 4 research computers. Research is going to be slow though. Oops, I'm scared. Get out of here. You're talking about the research for the raw, whatever. Oh yeah. Might as well get it started now then. No, it's not too bad. And we have to do a little bit of thom crafting, right? We have to thom craft it. Thom it for a little bit. Forbidden knowledge, of course you are. Because this is forbidden research, I'll go ahead and put the cleansing talisman for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Does that actually give you information? As an experienced miner, you naturally wish to mine deeper and further than ever before. Magnum torches and chandeliers will... Okay. So I'm assuming just invest in those repilator things, right? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna drink some water. Okay. I just reminded myself I have some pumpkin pie waiting for me in the fridge. And so I went on a walk earlier, and it's pretty nice. I didn't realize that there's like sheer cliffs near my area, and I really like that. It's like a surreal experience to be so high up compared to like what you're normally at. I had to walk like about an hour to get to that place, and then an hour back. It was a pretty nice walk. But I was just chilling up there on the cliff, just staring over it. It was nice. And then after that, I went to this restaurant that's close by. It's like a country place, pretty nice. Good, the food is pretty good. I have some leftover fried chicken breast. Ooh. I'm probably gonna do the bad thing and feast on it whenever this is done. But I also got like a pumpkin pie waiting for me. I'm just thinking of my food right now. All right, the research is done. So how annoying is it to craft this guy? Put that in up to your ass line. I'm running out of assembly line crafting storage space, whatever. What molten cheese? What? Why? Why? Cheese powder? So you're telling me I have to not void the cheese? Yeah. So I have it set up in the space elevator over here, which isn't even running. Oh, and there's another thing I've realized that. So I have a 64 amp energy hatch, right? It actually isn't enough to run everything here. So whenever the space assembler runs, it basically takes up the entire 64 amps of power, and it shuts off all the other machines. So, so like, I always come back like whenever the assembler module runs, it shuts off this pumping module. So I haven't forgotten about it. I'll fix it later. So I just have to. No, they should be picking up cheese unless cheese or I can also summon it. Honestly, I'd rather do that. Mostly because I don't want to set up the... No, you should be able to pick it up. I could have sworn I had a blacklist for this. I wonder why I'm not picking it up. Let's summon it. I'm curious. So how do I get a cheese ingot? I call it cheese ingot. There's probably something in our kitchen. Deja vu to Cat and Vin stream the other day. They had the same reaction to the cheese. Well, yeah, it's funny. Why are there so many chickens in here? Do we have cheese ingot anywhere? Can I make it? Allie, I don't know if I can make cheese. Sort by name. Where's the cheese? How do I make cheese? Wow, how come I can't make it? We have salt, we have pot, I'm sure. I guess it's because our lack of milk. There's a cow right there. I know. I saw it. I want to make cheese. Do you not have a pot in here? Where's all the tools? Oh, she's gonna have to make it manually, right? Where's the salt? Like a million salt in my inventory. Make me a cheese ingot, please. Yeah. Oh, you never got to that point. Okay. That's fine. We have a cheese ingot. I might as well just use that to summon a meteor over here. Yes, I used the matter manipulator for this. Oh, I messed it up. Move chords, move chord, B. Like that. Air, get rid of that. Wonder if the cheese for the deep dark dimension is a reference for the Diablo. I don't know anything about Diablo, but there's a cow dimension. It's pretty cool actually. Okay. So we drop a cheese and then a ritual whatever. Yeah. Ow. Okay. Where's my cheese? Yeah. No, air? Replace cheese. I missed some soul sand. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. This is just there for whatever reason. I'm not really going to automate the meteor because I have no need to. You think that's enough cheese? Where'd it go? Unless it got sent to the subnet. That's probably what happened. It probably got sent to the subnet. Where's my cheese? Am I avoiding it somewhere? Or did I actually replace it? Does it not pick up ores? Since when? So what does it do with it? So you're telling me I have to spawn it again? Alright, yeah, that's not too bad. That's fine. It voids ores. Okay. Oh, you're gonna make me put a miner in here or something, right? To get all the cheese out of it. You know, I'll deal with it later. What I'm just gonna do is set up the space elevator. Okay. All of this for cheese. So I'm using this guy. The best range is distant 90 to 100. I mean, it should be working. I think it just didn't work. Let me change. No, it should work because I don't have any blacklist. I'm gonna assume it works. I think what happens is that this I keep running out of power here. Okay, I got a little freaked out there. So let me just give it another 64 amp energy hatch so I don't lose power. Yeah, it's an overnight craft. I don't want to wait for that. That's actually not that bad. Okay. So we'll give this a 64 energy hatch. Right there. And then a dynamo hatch. Go ahead right here. And there we go. So that means this should be working at all times now. And you should be working as well to give me cheese. So we'll just leave that running for a little bit. I think it just hasn't been running this whole time because I keep running out of power whenever the space assembler runs. It's probably what happened. But I do want to see if I can actually pick it up. So right now it's at distance of 65, but it's on cycle mode, so it should get to the cheese ore. Now I'm going to assume that it gets there at some point. Let's work on octuple compress. That is compression shenanigans. And speaking of compressors, what I should do is set up the proxies for those as well. And that should speed that up as well. Because right now I do not do that. But I'm going to need more proxies. I need 12 proxies in total, so craft another batch. Okay. I'll do that later. So I can at least set up the recipe here. Just start putting him on this one. I have a lot of space. Yeah. Good fellow. We're done with blood magic for now. Time to watch Burning Lake automate UIV circuits. Hello, Saban. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, I'm trying not to lose my train of thought here. We're compressing it right now, making octuple compressed cobblestone. But yeah, oh, that scared me. Thought everything blew up. But yeah, we're setting up circuit assemblers over here. This is kind of the setup that I'm going for. It's the circuit assemblers the long way. It's a group of 2x2. That's a 2x2, and then you space them out by one. Another 2x2, and then you share wireless connectors between each one, which connects to stocking buses. And I just copy paste it, connect to a bunch of subnets, which connects to everything, and it makes it a lot. It makes circuits pretty quick. But then I wanted to get more circuit types, but we need perseolite. So we're now down the rabbit hole of trying to get to the deep dark, because that's the best way to get all ores. Just spam space elevator or void miners over there. So it sounds like you were doing blood magic. Man, it took me so long to get into blood magic on this pack. All the way like in UHV tier or something like that. Took me a while. Finally did it. But yes, welcome everybody. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. The circuit 9. Just do that. 262 at a time. Ass 9. There you go. ZPM and finally investing time to spawn meteors. Yeah, it took us all the way to... No, it was actually UEV. The only reason I really focused on magic on this playthrough, because I didn't really do magic. The only thing, I just decided to get the infinity stuff. So right here in UEV, that's when I decided to do magic. Where am I? I'm in the back rooms. Now I have bats in the PCB factory guy. But I do spawn meteors every now and then, just for like mostly soul sand, really, plus a couple other things. Oh, it's a lot of crafting storage. Okay, but I at least know I can make it. Do I have cheese yet? That's a she-light, not cheese. I need cheese ore. But I should be getting it from this. Yeah, I should get it. Is it even like a stepping? Yeah, value of it is 80. $50. Why did you go to 50? Oh, it goes up to 80. It doesn't go that much farther. So I think I have to increase the range because it's whatever range I have plus or minus. And if I look at cheese, that's why I don't have cheese. The minimum distance is 90. In other words, I need to increase the range. We'll do 90 minus 65 is... I'm just going to do 35 for now to get to 100, a little higher. So this should pass through the right distance to get cheese. That's so funny. That's why I don't have any, because I didn't have the right range. It is going to go there, right? Yeah, 75, and then yeah, we should get our cheese over time. But anyways, I do need to get the fluid extractor going for a molten cheese. Fluid extracting. ZPM tier. It's been so long since I've been over there. We've made a lot of progress, right? It's kind of crazy. Dare I ask what the molten cheese is for? So, all right, here's the rabbit hole. Well, this is where my train of thought is. Circuit assemblers, right? I need to, or for me to set these up, I'm sure you might know if you have these already, I think. You already get this in CPM. I don't even remember. But you need these circuit imprints, which costs Perseolite. I don't have any Perseolite. So 2 options to get this is either set up a void miner at ROS 128BA or Deep Dark. Deep Dark has everything. So I'm going to future proof and set up a ton of void miners in the Deep Dark so that I can get literally everything and not worry about it. But the Deep Dark is expensive. And one of the biggest expenses is the raw portal, which needs cheese. And that's where this whole this whole rabbit hole is going down. I need cheese. Also, this is a quest complete. Have a first UIB field generator. Oh, you didn't even complete. I have to exit the menu, right? Yeah.
Feed the rubber band ball some cheese.
I mean, I would, but I don't have cheese. I got you, though. But yeah, people can totally redeem rewards to make me feed the rubber band ball. Don't hit the monitor. Don't hit it. If you guys haven't seen it, this is what it is. He actually is getting quite large, and I have to thank the audience for helping me build it. Since probably 2 years, the majority of rubber bands that I've added to this has been because of the audience. Dude's bigger than my face at this point. And pretty much the whole idea, if you're not aware, people make me feed the rubber bands. I have a whole bag of them. And I just choose an arbitrary amount, and I'll just add it to the ball. And it's kind of like an inside joke whenever we do this. Am I going to get the world record rubber band ball size or beat GTNH first? Based on where I'm at in the pack, it's more likely that I'm going to beat GTNH first. I'm going to add this much, which is what? Like 6, 7 bands? I can't add too much at once because it gets really hard to open them up. And it's a little tricky to like do this sometimes. Especially when the ball gets so large because you know, you need like it's just tricky. Thing is so large. And the rubber band just ripped. That's fine. That's expected to happen once it gets so large. And everyone's favorite ASMR rubber band snap. Yeah. So back when I joined the community band a couple weeks ago or so, or like one of the last ones, right? Or a couple weeks ago, yeah, it was one of the last performances that I had. So typically, because as a community band, it's like out of your own pocket to print music, things like that. So I would go to Office Depot or Office Max. What's the place called? Office Depot, I think. I would go over there to print music. But it was also my first time ever in Office Depot. So I was just looking around and I found it. I found a section of rubber bands. And oh man, I was so tempted to just buy out their entire stock. I did that once at Walmart. I bought out their entire stock of like of colorful rubber bands. I don't know why I did that, but anyways, at Office Depot they had a lot of rubber bands, especially the huge ones. They had industrial sized ones. At some point, we're gonna have to do that if this ball gets that large. It's gonna get to a point where I can't use normal rubber bands anymore. But we have a long time to go until that happens. See, this is one of the an evidence that I have to improve BioWare circuit crafting and as well as BioWare assemblies. Let's set up the recipe for this guy though. At least just to have it. They're the same thing now. Okay. Tempest. Luxurium. Alienus. Terminus. Office Max Spot Office Depot or the other way around. I don't remember. That seems like the most random trivia knowledge. 512 divided by 2 is 256, right? So I have to send 256 of each type of essence. Your instability is 32, but we have a pretty good setup, but we'll try to craft it maybe. And let me also drink some water. Okay. Yeah, we really should look into upgrading these guys. And it's going to be set up a very similar way to these guys. The same idea actually, where I'm going to have a pair of ass lines, but I'm not going to do it the long way because that's going to cause a little bit of weird issues with the laser hatches. Like figuring out ways to actually connect them. Well, no, it's possible. Yeah, I can totally do it. Excuse me. But that'll be next episode. I'm not really worried about doing this right now. But maybe I am. Yeah, because this is slow. You know, especially speed up crafting stuff like this. And you, right? Yeah. And then Pico circuits. Oh man. UMV. And this is UEV. How's your cheese? Cheese powder. It's funny that we're going out of our way to try to pick up just a little bit of cheese. That's funny. I mean, actually make sure that this is able to pick up cheese. I feel like it is. Let's just leave it there for a while, and I trust that we'll be able to pick up cheese. The other thing is maybe we did pick it up and it's over here. No, it's not. That's fine. Okay. I think I should start considering bulk assembly upgraded because it's definitely a bottleneck. And one of the issues is that it doesn't take advantage of all of them. For example, here. There's a lot of pauses, and that causes dips in our, what do you call it? It causes dips in production. I don't like that. And so it looks like I'm going to start working on this. And typically with how I set this up, I just want to do like a template. And I'll put it back here for now. Just something that we can play test with. And make sure that I actually have it working correctly. Glass 23. Oh, that kind of freaked me out. So it's going to be the same idea where they are flipped like that, I think. Yeah, let's try that. You don't have reinforced glass. How dare you? I kind of need it. Oh, I like it when the DTPS run like that. It's so cool. All right, that's enough. You're missing something? I think you're missing like a, what is that, output bus? You have a lot of output buses, so it's not that. Maybe solid steel machine casing. Great machine casings. What about solid steel? No, you have that. Assembly line casings for sure. Yeah. And I think that's it. Also assembler machine casing. Man, I remember when this was so expensive. Like on our first major run of GTNH, like my first major run, we got all the way to the end of IV. We kind of hit a very big wall though, because our setup wasn't really that good to be able to craft ZPM circuits for the first AS line. That's what this takes, right? Yeah. And I remember looking at this and thinking, what the heck? How am I even going to craft that many circuits? And now I'm crafting hundreds of thousands without even batting an eye. They come a long way for sure. That's a cringe recipe. A lot of this is just using like pad optimization. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe one day I'll take a look at the optimization matrix. I still don't 100% know how this works, and it's probably going to break a lot of our setups. But I'm pretty sure this would be really nice to have. Yeah, I'll look into this someday. That's crafting. This is crafting. Either way, we should be able to build this guy. What are you missing? No, it's pretty much ready. Okay, so unless it keeps going farther. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's ready. So the idea with this one, let me see how. Is that the same height? I can't tell. Okay. So the output bus is right there. So it's going to be the same idea where I have wireless connectors. I don't have any right now because I used them for all of that. It's going to be the same idea though, where I have wireless connectors that go all the way up, and then I connect it to another AS line over here. And if I look at the laser target hatches, the template here, I can probably put one here, and then a corresponding one on the other one whenever I do set it up. And if I'm going to set it up the long way, which I probably will, yeah, it'll work actually. Gonna look a little cursed though. But it's possible to wall share them, yeah. You can even wall share this, but I'm not too comfortable. I'm never comfortable sharing laser hatches or any kind of energy hatch. Because I feel like that's just that's too much thinking, so I'm not gonna worry about that. So yeah, I think it's gonna be the same setup as these guys. Advanced AS lines the long way. And if I want to power this, I just have to go, one power here and then the other one up there to get to the other side. And then this is going to wall share to the other side. Probably what's going to end up happening. I don't know. We'll play with it next episode. Pretty sure something like that's going to happen. I'll leave it there. Yeah, I'm going to try to do it the same way as this one. And what's probably going to happen also, I'll set it up like a template like I did with the first one off camera. And then we'll go from there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this. I think it's a good time to wrap up the episode here. A lot of it is a waiting game. And I'm also falling asleep. I got tired. I did take a 2-hour walk. The sleepy is starting to hit pretty hard right now. So I'll go ahead and call it here. I'm gonna craft the deep dark portal off camera. Leave that going. And you need cheese powder, of course you do. That's all it needs, actually, right? That's all it needs. So we'll do that so I can get... Oops, just one. Do that. Hopefully the cheese ore shows up over time. I'm pretty sure it should. It'll show up over time. If it doesn't, then we'll just find it ourselves. It's not that bad. You don't even need that much. So hopefully get the deep dark going, and then start spamming a bunch of void miners over there. And I might be able to decommission our space elevators at that point. Yeah, probably what's going to end up happening. As for the circuit stuff here, kind of at a standstill until I get more circuit imprints, until I get more Perseolite. So I guess we'll hold off on that later. So it looks like next episode I will be working on component advanced AS lines and doing it a simple way, or a similar way to what these circuit AS lines are. Setting up in groups of that much. That's a long way, because we need to speed that up and improve it too, because this is a very flawed setup, because they don't really work correctly. Plus it's a little annoying adding more recipes, because I have to like set up the P2P interface, and I don't really want to do that. Okay, yeah, we'll wrap it up here. Have to say, I really appreciate everybody for rating me. Actually, let me do the whole shout out thing, right? Thanks for Cat's Cozy Games, as well as Sabin. Yeah. I have to wait 2 minutes before giving another shout out. I'm sorry, I tried. Let's go ahead and continue the train. I really appreciate everybody for joining. I'll be back tomorrow. Also, for anybody who is new here, keep an eye out on my YouTube, because over the weekend I did a stream where I played. I was able to beat vanilla Minecraft using the piano as a controller, and I'm editing the VOD so that you guys can see the full thing if you're interested in that. Just keep an eye out on my channel, and it'll come out whenever I finish. It's a big project. It might take a little bit, but just keep an eye out. Who am I rating? Let's say hello to... Say hello to Oh My Grundles. Yeah. Oh, it looks like they're getting a research computer set up. Yo. All right, nice. All right. For now, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I will be streaming tomorrow. Take care, and bye-bye.